It's Tuesday. Why do I feel so dark? And that means we're live and it is card class today. Hard to believe it is the last Tuesday in September. Where did this month go? I cannot believe that. Let me see here. Okay, good. That October is tomorrow. Again, how? Months are just flying by. Last quarter of the year starting. That is crazy. So hopefully you saw that we raised over $6,000 for Cannonballs for Cane. Not this past weekend, but the weekend before. And this past weekend, we did the very first Ride the Rails digital crop. So we got on the train into Land and rode the train to Tampa and had dinner at the very first Columbia restaurant. And then we rode the train home. And I got 7 digital pages done. And so it was a great day. Some people actually were doing diamond dots. Some people were organizing photos. Some people, other person was digital scrapbooking. Somebody else was cross stitching. So there was a variety of things going on. And so we're going to do it again in December. And I hope you'll join us. And there's 3 different tickets for December. There will be a you can get the Creative Memories Christmas card pack and you do 12 Christmas cards. You also could bring all of your Christmas cards maybe that need to be addressed or written out or whatever, or a last minute Christmas project that you're working on. So you can choose 8x8 paper album, the 2025 Christmas card kit from Creative Memories, or you can pick the digital and you'll get a digital gift certificate with your round trip ticket to Tampa. We're going to go to Columbia Restaurant again, but we're going to go to a different area, to the cafe, which is by the Florida History Museum. So it's more on the waterfront, and there are other food and shopping options too. So while we're off the train, you'll have more of a chance to do that. So hopefully you'll join us. That's actually up on the website now. The way Amtrak does the ticket pricing, the earlier you buy your tickets, the cheaper they are. So you'll see 2 different price points. I left them both up there. So if you are a procrastinator, if you need to wait, you will see that it's a lot more expensive if you do that. So if you get your tickets, if you know you want to go and you get your tickets early, you can really save. All right, let's get into those announcements. Thank you. If you have already subscribed to my YouTube channel, and if you are watching right now, then you probably are. And this says Techie Tuesday, so let's change that to, there we go, card class. And Croptoberfest is now around the corner since tomorrow is October. So less than 3 weeks away. We will be at Westminster by the Sea. So we won't be at the VFW. We will be at Westminster by the Sea. 2 full days. So Friday includes a dinner and it goes till 9 p.m. at night. And then Saturday includes lunch and goes till 5 or I think 6. And so we'll have 2 full days together. You can sign up for one or the other or both. And these are our cute shirts, so don't forget to get the new Croptoberfest shirt. Buy all the paper, Mum's the word. Super cute. The theme is Mums this year, and the back says a lady never discusses the size of her friend's paper stash. We did have a couple cancellations, so we have a couple spots left for the Volano Beach retreat. That is October 30th to November 2nd, Thursday through Sunday in beautiful Volano Beach. It does go over Halloween, and as we did last year, we will be trick-or-treating at each other's rooms. So it's a lot of fun. We always dress up like pirates in Volano, and usually the pirate party is on Friday, but it was suggested that maybe we do the pirate party on Saturday so that we can dress up for Halloween and not be piratey for Halloween on Friday. So I'm game for that. So if you would like to join us, please reach out. I think it might be closed on the website. So if it is and you're interested in coming, then just reach out to me personally. All right, and then my open house information is up on the website. It'll be Saturday, Sunday, and Monday this year will be my virtual by appointment only. So those are the people that maybe live too far away to attend my open house in person. And since we have scrappy friends from all over Florida and beyond, Georgia, Alabama, South Carolina, Ohio, all the places, then you can call in and take advantage of the specials that are going on in my open house. This is my annual customer appreciation. I swear, oh, it is card class. I was like, I'm losing it. So if you have any questions, you can reach out, but I know many of you will have attended before. So even if you do not live in town, you can participate in my open house. So I always offer a discount off one item. So if you need a new album or if you want to get the trimmer or whatever, 30% discount on one item. And then I do other specials. So and then as I was talking about at the start, we're doing Ride the Rails. I'm calling it the Polar Express edition. So it's on December 14th. It's a little close to Christmas. It is a Sunday. So hopefully you can make it. Finish up those last minute Christmas gifts, finish your cards. For me, that's always a huge thing. I feel like I will probably be doing that on the train, is addressing Christmas cards and getting those ready to send out, because I don't seem to have a problem ordering them. I have a problem getting them out the door. So you can also do last minute shopping, finish last minute projects, especially if you're doing things digitally, or maybe you're making your card digitally. Maybe you want to do that on the train. So kind of a day you're set aside, fun with your scrappy friends, and also get something done right before the holidays. And is that it? I guess that's it. Yeah, because that's December. All right. So, time to get into our cards, and let's see. People never know how to find me. Okay, so I've got two sets of cards in front of me. These are the cards that we are doing today, and they match with our Croptoberfest theme. We've got mums, and then we also have this fun sunflower card. These are the cards if you register for Croptoberfest. So everyone that registers is going to get this project recipe, although some of you maybe don't do paper scrapbooking, maybe you do digital, or maybe you're just more into cards, and so you're going to get the whole project recipe. And of course you can make the two-page spreads if you want, or I will have the directions for you to make these cards. So you everything you need to make these cards is either in here or it will be provided for you. And so you'll have a choice that day to make these 5 cards or to do your project recipe. And if you're coming both days of Croptoberfest, you can choose to do it either Friday or Saturday. And if I have extra project recipes and you want to add on another project recipe, of course you can, if you want to do both. But today we are going to make all these little pieces. Here's my mouse. We're going to make these cards, and we are ready. Okay, so as usual, we're going to slide everything out. Now, be careful, you might lose some mums. I just ripped my bag. Not that I need to save it, but... So I like to pull everything out if you're new here. And if you are new here and you're watching and you're not a subscriber of the card kits, then you may want to do that, and you can, and you can either purchase this one or you can get yourself signed up on subscription so that you can join us in October. And those cards I have to finish up. I was hoping to have them done today to show you, but since Croptoberfest is before our next card class, I guess I figured I needed to do that first. So our first card is this one, and I love this copper shimmer paper that Creative Memories has. It's so gorgeous, and it looks really nice with all of these Croptoberfest items. So this was a layered die cut set that goes with Croptoberfest. So Croptoberfest, all the things. So our October card kit will not be Croptoberfest because we are making Croptoberfest cards, and they will not include these layered. They include the stickers in the project recipe. All right, so with this card, we're just going to use this piece from our layered. So usually I have this over here. Let me get myself situated here. Let's get this. So I'm going to pull off this top base and clear off all my items. Going to use my bone folder to get this nice and creased. And it is a landscape card. I did a terrible job with my bone folder. This is a landscape card. This copper shimmer is just going to go right like that. Cover the background. That's your background sheet. Get that centered. And then we've got our grass, which goes on here. So that's going to go edge to edge on the copper. And then this, which has like thankful, together, love, bless, lots of fun words on there. You want to position that. So maybe you've got 3/8 to 1/2 of an inch of the copper at the bottom and a similar amount at the top. And so that is going to go on like that. Or however you decide you want to situate it on the page. So basically this is going centered top to bottom. Then we're going to add our grass, and this is a Creative Memories border punch. So not a Border Maker cartridge. This is one of the standalone ones. Last I checked, I think it was, now I might be making up stories. I thought it was still available, and usually I like to check those things because I hate to get you excited about something that you can no longer purchase. So these little light purple flowers are from the Mum Punch, which is part of the Croptoberfest. And you see what I just did here? I kind of put it in the palm of my hand and put my finger and kind of twisted it. And that made all those little, like, all the little edges kind of pop up. And you can do that also with the small one, with the medium one, and probably not with the small. I did not do the small. I'm just kind of laying them on there. You can try to maybe bend up those little edges a little bit. And this little, what's the word for this? A little garden sign. You know, when you have things planted and you put a little sign in the garden that says, what's planted in there. So I'm kind of just like weaving it in between the grass and putting that there. And then our sentiment, that's sending big hugs. So these are hand stamped and die cut. And I used the little Creative Memories die cut machine, which if you follow me on Facebook, you saw that Creative Memories, due to overwhelming excitement, 94% of the advisors who purchased one and kind of tried it out, it suggested that Creative Memories offer more. So Creative Memories said that yes, they confirmed it will be added to the line in September. So if you are a card maker and you don't have a little die cut machine, that will maybe be exciting to you. It is not, I'm going to lift up some of these grass blades too, give them a little life, so I can kind of put this like that. So if you don't have a little personal die cut machine, then like I said, that might be super exciting for you, because it doesn't require electricity. It's not like a Joy. It's just you hand crank it. And so sometimes, I mean, I love my Joy, but sometimes it's nice to have a low tech, something that you can just pull out and use when you need it. I'm going to dump out my gems here, and I've got a sequin that I'm using in the center of the middle and the big mum. So I'm going to add some liquid adhesive, and I just kind of made a puddle, and now I'm going to put that on there, my little sequin, and then I'm going to add some more liquid adhesive and also add some to the middle here, and add these little pink gemstones. And then, am I too far away? Let me zoom in a little bit. It's a little better. And going to add one there. So these little flowers have 3 layers. The little one just has the 2. It's just a simple card, but if you've got a friend who loves to garden, then you know they might love to receive this little card with flowers. Sending big hugs. And just like that, the first card is done. I'm going to move these little gems over to the side, and the next card in our stack is actually this one. It says hello lovely. And so this one's got shades of green and pink. Again, I love this, and I just realized that from my run or my walk this morning, I forgot to put on my jewelry. So please excuse my hands, although thankfully my nails are done. All right, so this one is portrait. Again, I mean, this is why I love for you guys to post pictures either on Facebook or on your own, on your own Facebook, and then tag Daytona Area Scrapbooking or tag me in it. I love to see the different variations you all make of these cards. And so we're going to put our dark green on the background, and then we've got 2 of these circles, and then we've got a white and then we've got this green. So we're going to center the green embossed on this white. And we shall make sure it's on straight if possible. Chances are we will be the only ones that notice. All right, so I've got a purple one about here. I've got this other color kind of under there. Did I make these bigger? No, I guess it's just under more. So that's about like that. This going about like that. Then I've got the Hello Lovely coming off like this. And then I love this little mum-filled pumpkin. I wish I was fancy enough to pull that off. I guess you could just put a vase down inside. But that would be, I would love to do that instead of carving it, especially in Florida. I feel like, although you'd still have to gut it, but I do like to roast pumpkin seeds. And since I'm doing Halloween in Volano at the retreat, maybe I'll just bring this with me. But I guess you could just put a vase inside. But I think that would be a lovely centerpiece to do. So then you're going to take, you've got a strip of these now, love them or hate them. And, you know, everyone has different opinions on them. They do come with adhesive, but they are like stuck together in a string. So I usually just try to either cut them apart or pull them apart so that the adhesive stays. You do have extra, like I think I failed on that one. So I'm going to try and cut. And sometimes it's easier to just cut it with the plastic and all. I think everyone has a different technique. So I'm just going to cut right through the plastic and then using my tweezers peel them off the plastic. That's why I said love them or hate them, because everyone has an opinion. I like the way they look, and some people don't like the ones without the adhesive because they feel like they get glue everywhere. I'm getting these gems everywhere. The one that didn't even have the adhesive on it is sticking to me. All right. So I'm kind of putting them in these little cracks. I got one I'm going to put down here. And then I'm going to put the pink ones in the in these four corners. So like that. And I like to preload the adhesive and then put my gem where the adhesive goes, because I think trying to put adhesive on these little gems is kind of a nightmare. My tweezers seem to have a little bit of sticky on them from the last, from those pre-stuck ones. And that is it. All right. What's nice about these layered embellishments is some of them are already popped up. So you don't even, I mean, you could pop up other things, but you don't need to because they're already, some of them are popped up for you. I've forgotten what's what at this point. Okay, next card is this one. Now, I used the Smile one actually on one that we are going to make for Croptoberfest too. It's a Smile, you are loved, and just had to let my dad know his groceries are being delivered. But it's with the new die cut machine, and so at Croptoberfest, if you make the cards, you'll actually get a chance to use that machine. And like I said before, if you don't already have experience with one of those personal die cut machines that aren't, you know, powered, then I think you're gonna really like it. All right, so this is the same paper actually, but I use this in a different card. So that's why we got to cover that up. What you'll want to do if you're going to make it like the sample is kind of put this on the left side of the card. You could also, you know, work that shape into it if you wanted to, but the design is we are going to cover it, and the people we send this to are going to be none the wiser that we had to take some of that out. Now this is the Creative Memories two-toned cardstock, which is available for purchase. And so this is they come in different, here's like one with 2 pinks, one with 2 purples. This is the 2 oranges, and I like them because they're very different oranges. It's like a brown orange and an orange. But they both work with this paper. So you can play around with where you want this. Maybe I want this one like this, kind of in the center. This one was kind of over to the side. Oh, I keep grabbing the wrong tape runner. Now, is there a wrong tape runner? Not really. The repositionable is sometimes great to use for cards because sometimes I put things down and I decide I don't like that there. Oh, okay. So, see what's here. This says Making Memories Bloom. Now, you could just go with that. You could just throw that down. I took it apart because we're allowed to. So very carefully, because I don't want to bend. I specifically don't want to bend up the flowers and make them look all creased. So you're going to take it apart and flip it over if you want, and put it back on. Okay. Now, if you've taken all the sticky off, which I have, in doing that, you might need to add some more stick to it. And that is why it did not look the same as mine. Oh, see. Okay, so I centered this. Well, let's see. That's why. See, my past self did the right thing. Don't you love when you get it all down, and if you're someone that follows exactly what I did, and then I'm like, just kidding, let's pull that up. Well, I just realized why my past self put this one off center. And that was because it allowed this to be centered. I'd much rather have my sentiment centered than, but really, either way, I think will look fine. And some of you might choose to keep them making memories bloom. But I decided to go that route and then add our smile. Now I do have a card making friend that does not like cards that say smile. I think I've mentioned before. She thinks they're bossy. And that's why on the one for Croptoberfest, I put smile, you are loved. You know, there's a reason why you're smiling. It's not just a bossy card. Hey, smile. But you can write on the inside. Smile, and then on the inside you can write, you are loved. Now, last year, if you're part of subscription, you got this dot pen. And this is kind of a shimmery, orangey color. So you might want to add some dots. Just around, if it looks a little plain to you. When I was sitting here, I didn't do it on my sample, but when I was sitting here looking at it, I thought maybe it needed some dots. And I just do them in little, can you see it? It's so, yeah, the light is so bright. I just little sets of 3 on there. And then, oh, our favorite, you can also, here's another technique. So I'm going to peel off 4. There's like, you know, a couple different ways you can deal with these pre sticky gems. And like I said, I'm not really sure which is the best way to go. It's getting stuck to the scissors, but I'm putting 1 in each corner. That way they just kind of look like brads, you know, little gems in the corner. This looks awkward because it is. It's got my scissors involved. The good news is on the last one, if it's not stuck to your hand, you can just get it off. And that one is done. And I really like adding the extra dots. I mean, I think it could even, we could even go more crazy. Now it's like speckled paper. But this pen I do love too. These dot pens are great from CM. And it's hard to tell until they dry, but they are a little shimmery. So they occasionally come out with them in different colors. And not all of them are shimmer. Do they have the colors on them? It just says dot tip. I forget what color that's called. All right, so next up we have a thank you very much card. Now this one is an easel, so it's already pre-folded for you in your kit. And we're going to start by putting down the now I don't know, this one might have too much bling. This comes down to personal preference. I might not put that much bling on the next one. It's very blingy. I might just put the 1 or maybe the 4 and the 1. I'm not sure I need all of those. So we've got our background, and then we've got the embossed, and I love this because it just matches the theme of this paper pack. So I love this embossing folder. It's one of my favorite embossing folders. And if I can position this just so. All right, and then you can also play around with the placement of all of these little pieces, because you might want to, you know, switch things up. And I mean, I don't even know if I want to keep it the way that the sample is. I'm just going to lay this on here for right now. I might switch it up. Okay, so this piece. So let's talk about this piece. So this is a double-sided tape, a wide roll of it, on cardstock with one layer of a 3-layer napkin on top. Okay, so it feels like cloth because it is. It's a napkin, so you're not meant to peel it off. I left it attached so that you could see what it was. Now, if you've come to Open House or other things, then we've done things with Mod Podge and napkins, and we've made coasters, we've made little plaques, we've done different things. So we want to keep this one intact. So on the outside of your package, I did think it said to have a trimmer handy. So I left it so that you can trim the edges, because I wanted you to see what that was, that this was paper. I kind of cut halfway through this this top one, and then cut off the side, and really you can kind of make it however long, you know, the piece allows, or you can make it smaller, or you could fussy cut. That would be another kind of fun thing to do, would be to fussy cut around some of these. In fact, what time is it? We do have time. I think I'm gonna fussy cut around some of these. And now that I just did that, there's really, I think I'm just gonna do 3 of them. I love the way the texture, the way it feels to have the napkin. And I wanted to show this for this card kit because this time of year, you might see, I've done this before at Open House, where I found the cutest napkin of like a truck with you know, like an old-timey truck, 50s truck with a tree on the roof. And then I got little fake like evergreen branches, and we hot glued them to the roof. But first I used Mod Podge, and we did the napkin on the front of the card. So I am presently making this card more complicated than I did originally. And on my original, you can see here on the left, I just cut a strip and put it down the middle. And now I am fussy cutting, which means you're going around along the edges. And so if you don't want to do that, that is fine. You definitely don't have to. Your card, your way. I guess I was just feeling a little adventurous today and decided that I would fussy cut for whatever reason. Now, you can also get super technical or not super technical, and by that I mean like if going like right up next to the edge, or you can kind of round them around. But I think fussy cutting in the true sense is kind of doing all the little ins and outs around the little border. So I think I'm going to do 3 because 3 is a really good number. an odd number is a good number for your scrapbook little groupings and cards. And some people, have an aversion to odd numbers. You might say, no, I can't possibly just put 3 on this card. And maybe you just want to do the one kind of deep red sunflower. And I apologize because now that I've gone down this rabbit hole, because I thought, oh, we have time. Now I'm committed. And you can see how I'm kind of making the paper do the work. My scissors are kind of in the same position, and I'm turning the paper. So instead of turning my scissors, I'm turning the paper with my left hand. So to me, that is easier when you're going in and out. And what I like about fussy cutting is it doesn't have to be perfect. Even though when you think about the term fussy cutting, like you're being fussy. So you're not just lopping off. But it doesn't take too long. And I don't know, you might be looking and be like, I would be done by now if I just slapped it on like you did on the first one. And that is very true. You might want to use as many of these sunflowers as you have, as that I sent you. You could do that too. You could even use the little edges and kind of tuck them. So now that I kind of stuck that like that, I'm not sure. I might want to do something like this. Let's wait until I don't usually go off script. I hope it's not throwing you from myself, right? Well, back a couple weeks ago, I thought I wanted to make the card this way. But today is a new day. All right. Is that good? All right. So, and then we can decide where to position, if I can pick it up, this thank you very much. And maybe we want to do like that. It's very symmetrical. That might be, some of you might like that. Some of you might not like that. I think maybe along this edge is how I'm feeling right now. I have to be careful with 3 like this because it can start to look like a face. I'm one of those people that sees faces and things. I don't know if you noticed, I put a little smiley face on the die cut machine on my post yesterday. And because as soon as I saw that, I saw the cutest little face in that die cut machine, and I was in love. And yes, I am the owner of other ones, And it's not just because I love CM so much. Yes, but it's funny. I used to think everyone could clearly see faces and things, but I guess it's a thing. Not everyone does. And Tracy and Stacy, my friends that own the jewelry store, I've even had to say, no, I can't buy that jewelry because I see a face in it. Like, I can't have that face staring at me all day. That'll just freak me out. I'm putting adhesive in the corners, and I don't need adhesive because it's our favorite, the pre-sticky gems. Well, now I just have extra stick. Fun. So you're probably gonna have extras of these. Not probably. If you do what I did, you're definitely gonna have extras. So you could bling your cards up even more. I kind of made a mess of that one. Here's the beauty of our cards. That'd be another thing if you're considering coming on the Ride the Rails crop, is pre-writing some cards, maybe not some holiday cards, but ones you could pre-do. Some birthday cards, a birthday's coming up, and I don't know. It'll be after Thanksgiving, maybe some thank you cards. All right, so I totally changed this up, but this is definitely the card that has the most, opportunities for changing it up. But see, like these little edges, I really could, add another one over here. So, and then I've got another full one if I wanted to. So you could add more on there if you wanted to. All right, so that is a variation. You could go with this, or you could go with this. I don't know. Which one do you like best? I just like playing with the napkins, if I'm being honest. All right, so our last card looks like this. Love this card. Simple, 3 pieces. Again, it's the piece that's another piece of this embossed flower embossing folder that I have. Now that is too big to fit in the Creative Memories die cut. It is it's a full size, so I had to pull out the Gemini for that, I guess is what I pulled out. I don't remember. That was a couple weeks ago. I had to have these done early because I wanted to get them in everyone's hands at the Craft Gray and Gold. So I'm going to attach both of the yellow pieces first, and I'm making sure that they're centered top to bottom, and on the side, because I like to have them equidistant. Oh, this is my whole thing is so it got dark, I think, because let me put something. There we go. Oh, it's the centerpiece. It's so funny how the cameras are. It's just all that white. So see how I need to trim off a little bit on that, because I want the edges to be equidistant. So I'm going to just take off a smidge of this to make sure that it has a little gap between. You could also do them touching. Not a big deal. Either way, whichever way that you like. It's so funny how that changes. All that white paper. Just started doing it. All right, so then we've got this big, beautiful mum, and you can decide how you want to position that on your paper. It looks like I have the little pieces going down. Not that it really matters. And I love, again, it's already popped up for us. So I'm gonna kind of go across, and then we've got our sending birthday wishes. And you can go on the top of I kind of did right on the edge of that green leaf. Alright, so I'm kind of touch on that. So birthday is on the purple. And hold it there for a second. And then I'm going to use 3 of my pink gems just around this flower, nestled around the flower on. It really makes, I don't know if it makes the pink more purple, the purple more pink, but I think it looks so nice on this paper. I need to clean my tweezers. All right, and now you are ready to send someone some birthday wishes. And don't forget to sign the back with your name. And don't forget when you're done to admire your creations. Oh, that's the one I did before. So you can lay them out. See them all together. Hopefully they're dry by now. These are the ones we did at the beginning. And of course helps it there on the screen. All right. And that's it. That is a wrap for September card classes. So don't forget, when you sign up for Croptoberfest, you'll be getting the project recipe, and you can choose to make cards. Not these ones, the other ones I showed at the beginning. Or you can choose to do the project recipes, the 2-page spreads. And then don't forget that Friday comes with dinner, and Saturday registration comes with lunch, and we are going to have a lot of fun. And that is at Westminster by the Sea Presbyterian Church, just over the Dunlawton Bridge. So it's not at the VFW. And then in November, I'll do my annual Customer Appreciation Open House in Port Orange. But if you live too far to attend in person, I would love to connect with you over the phone or FaceTime or Zoom or whatever, to help you take advantage of the open house. Because if you've not attended in the past, I give away things like every Bordermaker cartridge Creative Memories comes out with for the whole year. So this year Faith was the winner of that. Card kits for a year, so you get free card kits for the whole year. I did the Scrapbook Club, the page completion kits for the year. Queen of the Crops. So lots of fun things to give away as my way to say how much I appreciate all of you. So you do want to stop by, if you're able to, in person on Saturday or Sunday in November, or make an appointment to attend virtually on Monday, November 17th. And I guess that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed those cards. I certainly enjoyed putting them together for you. And until I see you again.